Good evening from Kenya, and if you're watching us from the East African countries, this is the alternative voice. And if you are from outside the country, maybe I can say good night, good morning from wherever you're watching us from. This is the alternative voice, and I'm your host for tonight, Cleophas Uluoch. I don't know what's keeping you busy this evening. It's a very busy evening in Kenya as we are counting votes for Americans. Yes, lakini hapa tuko, and tonight we want to talk and to promote a friend of the alternative voice, and here we are to discuss matters environment, and also not forgetting the elections that are ongoing. What's the impact? What's your take on it? Yes, you can share with us on the comment section starting tonight at 8:09 Kenyan time, that's East African time. We'll be live tonight, and we'll be talking about 1 million trees and making our planet a greener planet. Joining me tonight is Patricia Kombo, who is a youth climate activist in Kenya, and she's best known for tree planting initiative that she started, and that's Patri Initiative. It's a non-profit organization or initiative, and she has planted over 10,000 trees so far as of 2020, as we speak now. And she's targeting the 100 million trees or 1 million trees that we mentioned. For this work, Kombo Patricia has been named a United Nations Convention to combat desertification land hero, desertification hero. So, joining me tonight is Patricia Kombo live from Nairobi, Kenya. Patricia, how are you? How is your evening?
Hello, thank you. I'm good. My evening is fine.
Hope you're keeping safe in this COVID-19 now that we are witnessing an upsurge in our cases in the country.
Yeah, I'm keeping safe and also listening to scientists by, washing our hands, making sure every place I go, I put my mask on and also maintaining the social distance.
So far, you've had a COVID-19. Is it fatigue or panic? I think both can come in at the same time because of the current situation that we are in our country. So in your case, do you have a panic or you have a fatigue? Let's say, for example, of even putting on your mask in this case.
I can say panic because when the country was opened, we were all partying, jumping, thinking that the COVID, we are done with COVID. But now with the second wave, we are a bit worried because the numbers are rising. You do not know who has COVID, or even you do not know how you can contract easily. So I'm a bit, there's a lot of panic, and also because we have pupils in schools, and we've seen cases of students getting infected with COVID. So there's a lot of panic, but we will be good.
Amazing, Patricia. And so you are talking of having 1 million trees. By the end of your campaign, you'll be expecting something big at the end of it. But 1 million trees and making our planet a greener place that has so far experienced a great land degradation. And with the award and the acknowledgement you got from the United Nations, how has it hit you differently during this COVID-19 pandemic, now that you usually use school-going children and now they are at home?
Yeah, I can say first of all, it is a blow to us, but again, we have to look at both sides of the coin. It has the pros and cons. First of all, I miss interacting with pupils, training them, and breaking the information of climate change, environmental conservation into a simpler language which they can relate, and also training them on their adaptability, on how they can adapt to some of climate crisis. That is one thing that Corona has made us to be off and not to interact with the pupils. But on the other side, it has given me an overview to interact more with nature, and also to give back to the community at the grassroots. During the COVID period, when we had lockdown, it was a chance for me to train my community members, and we were able to set up a 10,000 tree nursery back in the village. And also I worked with women and trained them on setting up kitchen gardens, because it is one of our climate smart agriculture, because we are all facing climate crisis, and I needed to train them on how they can adapt amidst the climate crisis, that still they'll be able to feed themselves, they'll be able to cater for their bills by utilizing the land that they have at their backyard, and also of stopping relying on the rain-fed agriculture and adapting to, irrigating small vegetables. And also through this period, people have realized the importance of nature, because people were off their work. People really needed, a space where they can feel the fresh air, they can do farming. So on the both side, it has had its benefit and its challenges as well.
Thank you, Kombo. And it's been a very difficult time, especially for you, is in this field, and you really want to have the physical activities. Yesterday, when the head of state, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, addressed the nation, he made the ministers or the cabinet secretaries aware of the fact that they should not have the contact process in their workplaces, and to reduce the contact operations in their offices. And no, this also affects you, because you're someone who likes to go out when it comes to matters to do with environmental conservation. During the launch of Honorable John Muchuki Memorial Park in Nairobi, you are there with the Cabinet Secretary for Environment, together with His Excellency. And during the same process, there were crowds, and at that time, people had thrown caution out, and they were all out without any caution as far as COVID-19 is concerned. Now, Patricia Kombo, I take you to all these awards that you received. How do you plan to impact your society? You've mentioned clearly that anytime there is that climatic crisis in our society, you must strive always to provide a solution. Currently, we are hit by COVID-19, and you can't put down your gun, and there you are, the soldier in the field. What plans do you have to help your community? Because I know you are focused with your local based Pale Ushago. So how do you plan to impact the life of those people are around you with the environmental conservation and making the planet green?
Okay, thank you. The first award that I received was being recognized as a land hero by United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. And to me, being a land hero means giving back to the community and working at grassroots level, because for us to mitigate climate change, we must change the mindset of the people living in the rural areas, and because they are the custodians of nature. And what I'm planning to do, and what I've been doing, is I've been working closely with them to set up nurseries. And some of these nurseries, through the setting of nurseries, I'm training them alternative ways in which they can benefit from the green economy, because green economy is one thing that has been neglected. So I'm trying to help them come up with projects which they can earn a living through it, and also which will promote our ecosystem. And first of all, we are growing lots and lots of fruit trees. It was avocado season in my county, and I used to go door to door collecting the seeds that the people had eaten for the avocados. And these seeds, we put them in the nursery, and we have avocado seeds. And this is to train them that you do not need to go and purchase a tree so that you can plant. You can utilize what you have at the home level to ensure you grow fruit trees. And again, we are utilizing the plastics, because we've realized we have a lot of plastics going to landfills. And from where I come from, land is limited. So I'm working with communities to train them on how they can recycle and reuse the plastic by converting them into nurseries, whereby you can use your bathtub, your broken basin, your torn, sufuria, and convert.
Seemingly, we're having network challenges on the side of Patricia Kombo, but we'll be working very hard to ensure that she's here with us as the alternative voice. And tonight, if you're joining us, this is the alternative voice, and we're talking matters 1 million trees and a greener planet. And our guest tonight is Patricia Kombo, all the way from Makueni. Yes, and here she is in Nairobi. She's creating a huge impact as far as environmental conservation is concerned. You can join this conversation live on Facebook and YouTube, where you're watching us live from. Kindly drop your location and share with us more on how to make our environment more clean and how to use the clean energy, and also how to embrace that green economy that Patricia is talking about. So to get some feedback from our viewers all over the social media platforms, we have Edwin Ouma, who is saying is following. I know he's in Ngong. It's very cold where he is. And we have Kevin Omoro watching us live from Nairobi, and Asema already in. We have Shak Charles watching us. That's Meshach. We are set, and here we are, Meshach, together with other viewers who are joining us tonight. You can send in requests to be part of this conversation and join us live in this broadcast tonight. And so, having a greener planet is a discussion that we must have as young people, and especially during this COVID-19 period that we've been put in a situation whereby we are at home and we must use any other resources that we have to ensure that we keep our lives going on. And so it's our responsibility as young people, and at the same time, we must include other authorities to come on board and help us grow these trees and also practice that safe farming methods that Patricia will also be sharing with us, and also on the award that she just received. Patricia, if you can hear me, can you see?
Okay. So sorry about that. Yeah.
We've lost the video.
I'm good now.
I think we'll need to check. Yes, there you are, Patricia. Now you can see.
Okay, as I was saying, I received the Land Heroes, and recently I received another award by Cortex Kenya, the Shikan Award. And the award is usually to recognize women who are determined to change their communities. And the award was given because of my environmental conservation and also working with communities, and more so the women, because women and children are vulnerable when it comes to climate crisis. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Patricia. And now, if you can share with us more on this Africa Green Award, the category under 40 awards. What's your appeal to those who are viewing us tonight? First of all, Congratulations on your nomination.
Okay, thank you. And to all those who are following us, I have been nominated for Africa Green Awards. It is an award that is majorly, it's African based, whereby they want to recognize and honor people in the green sector, people working on environmental aspect. And I have been nominated under the category of under 40 Green Awards. And I'm the only Kenyan, and I'm the only, I can say, female. So I'm kindly requesting for people to vote for me, so as to ensure we bring the award home. And through voting for me, you are not only voting for me to win, but is voting to the communities and the people who I've been working with, because it is through them that I have been able to scale up this far.
Amazing. That's a great milestone on your end, Patricia Kombo, and also for us as a country, being recognized in the continent as someone who is championing for a green economy and a greener planet. And so, Patricia, I would like to take you back to the initial stages of this interview, where we talked about practicing safe agriculture or practicing safer methods of using our land. What can you advise those who are in the city and during this COVID-19, now that not so many people can go outside there and do their errands freely as they used to do? How can they make use of the small piece of land that they have currently?
Okay, I can say people live in the cities majorly they contribute to change if not well utilized. And because in all what we do, we want people to be fed because we are working to attain the SDGs. For the people living in cities, we have variety of measures in which they can do. People who have balconies, they can utilize their balconies by using, we have the vertical gardens whereby you utilize the space. You can grow your, on the vertical it's round, so on the lower you can grow your veggies, you can grow the herbs. You can also use the plastics which are not in use, like and basin, you fill it with soil, then you grow your either your vegetables, because producing locally is a way of ensuring we mitigate climate change. Because a lot of chemicals, and also for the people who are doing a lot of importation, we have a lot of emissions from the country to country B. So you can cut your emissions by growing your food locally and consuming locally. And also through growing food in the balconies or on your backyards. For the people in the cities, you'll be actually utilizing water, which at some point it will become scarce. Well, like when you rinse your rice, instead of throwing the water on the to floor, you can utilize that minimal water to water your vegetables. So you should not have an excuse why you're not growing, because it is simple. And also you do not even need to go and buy the seedlings. For example, you can take your tomato, you wait until it is overripe, then you remove the seeds, you dry them, then you put them on a nursery, then they produce. There are so many ways in which people can convert and ensure they eat healthy. And also by coming up with a kitchen garden in the city, and also using the tires, the one for the vehicles, you can fill with soil, then you grow. So it also ensures people are eating healthy, because the food that is majorly grown on the small spaces is majorly organic.
Thank you very much, Patricia Kombo. And on our side, we think you've been frozen, and we will try to bring you back to see your live motion. And at the same time, Patricia will be telling us why trees. Patricia, umesifiwa ya kwamba wewe ni mpenda miti, mpenda kupanda miche ya miti hapa mjini na nyumbani. So what's pushing you to work more on trees and not any other kind of crop that you're dealing with? Patricia, you can hear.
Oh, okay. I think now you can get me better. First of all, I've grown up in Mboni, and people who knew Mboni by then, it was green, and agriculture by then was profitable, because I remember my mom used to sell surplus maize. But along the way, people started logging and cutting down the trees. And now I can tell you, Makueni, the weather patterns have really changed. They are unpredictable. So I connect so much with trees, because trees are part of nature and we cannot do without nature. And again, alone, there are so many other aspects which people can venture in, but I feel growing trees does not need any qualification. Taking good care of trees does not need any qualification. What you need is determination and knowing the right tree, when you're supposed to grow it, and when you're supposed to grow it. I love trees because, first of all, they give us food, their source of food. Everybody enjoys fruit when they are taking their meals, and it is through the trees that we get fruit. It is through the trees we get oxygen, and also it is through the trees that they balance our ecosystem and ensure that agriculture keeps on thriving, because they balance the ecosystem. And also they are crucial in mental health, something which people have not realized. When you're stressed, when you're depressed, you can just walk to nature and enjoy the breeze of the trees, and you will feel you have cooled down, and you will not have lots of anxiety.
Wow, amazing. Talking about the importance of having trees or growing trees, and you talk about mental health, it takes me to that point whereby I'd like to ask you, do you think it's high time we as young people stop giving these plastic gifts to our friends during their birthdays? I know this month is the birthday of Ramina Paulette, another environmental champion based in Kisumu, and I'm glad she's watching. And Nanasema, during her birthday, she liked to give out to the society and also to give as a charity activity to the surrounding environment. What do you think is the right way for us to approach these birthdays? Is it high time we go for a tree for a birthday? Yaani sasa Kiswahili kama mwenzangu Cedric Aeka KK angesema ya kwamba peana miti kama birthday present.
Yeah, I'm supporting that, and my birthday will be a green birthday. Even leave alone during birthdays alone, even when people are getting married, yeah, you should grow trees to commemorate your marriage. Yeah, so growing trees is the best gift that anyone could ever give. You grow your age, and through growing your age, as the tree grows, you are also growing. And also I was invited last year in another group whereby they call themselves living woods, whereby they grow trees when a mother has lost a baby, like when, maybe we've given birth and the child passes, or because the children are not given the decent burial, so they gather together and they grow, so they are called living woods. Yes, the kid is gone, but there's a living wood for that child. So anytime you want to remember the child that you lost, you will just go to the tree that you grew, you talk to the tree, and it helps a lot of mothers to overcome the trauma that is associated with losing a child at a tender age. So growing trees is the best gift, because every time you will see your tree and you will always remember. It creates lots of memories. And for Ramina, I promise we will grow 20 trees for your birthday. I know you'll be turning 16, but we'll do 20 during your birthday.
Amazing, Patricia. And so we'll be taking a quick break, and in that break we'll be getting the works that Patricia Kombo has engaged herself in. And so if you can get clips to have the message that Patricia has for us and other Kenyans who are...
Nursery of the Whistling Pine, or Kasorina, and this is courtesy to Kenya Forest Service Office, Makueni County. And whistling pine is good for preserving our soil, reducing soil erosion. It is also a nitrogen fixing tree, thus ensuring our soil is well kept. And another benefit, it acts as a windbreaker. And in our efforts to restore our forest ecosystem, we should come up with all types of trees so that they can help in restoring our land and also reducing land degradation, and also working towards improving our agricultural sector and working towards 10% forest cover. Because in restoring our biodiversity and our forest landscapes, we are restoring our future. Join me as we set up the nursery, and I will keep you posted on the progress until up to when we will transplant them into the packets. This is how we broadcast them, because they are light. Then after broadcasting, we mix slowly with soil. The soil has manure, a lot. It's rich in manure and it's raised. So after that, we will water our nursery and we will cover it with grass, which will act as mulching, because we are preserving our natural resources, that is water, and using it minimally. And also we will put a shade net, so as to ensure we protect the chicken from destroying our nursery, because the nursery is set up in a home setup. Thanks. Yeah, as you can see, we have varieties at Konza Grains. Yeah, all these are trees, and the good thing, they are enjoying shade from the bigger trees. Yeah, it is a semi-arid region, but the place looks green. Yeah, I'll take it. We have all this. all these. Those are trees everywhere, and we have the ceremonial trees. Yeah.
Wow, that's Patricia Kombo, and that's the good work she's doing out there. Thank you very much, Patricia, for inspiring and also to promote good culture of protecting our environment. And so we get the comments from those who are watching us live on Facebook and YouTube. We thank you very much for the time you've spared tonight to be with us and just to hear from Patricia Kombo tonight. We have just as Komu following in Mombasa. I like this. Thank you very much, Komu, and we have Alex on Sase. Though late, but tuned. Good work, Madam Patricia. Good initiative. Thank you very much. How do we vote? And now that's the question that Alex on Sanse is asking on YouTube. Brian Muliz Akena anasema salimia Patricia na umwambie niko nyuma yake. Ya ako tu hapo nyuma yako. Asante sana Brian Muliz Akena, panda miti yako vizuri hapo ukiwa Kisumu. Yes, and we have those who are asking how do we vote. So you can check on the comment section both on Facebook and YouTube. That's where even Don has pinned that how is it called, the link to vote, and you can find it on our Facebook and YouTube channel. It's pinned there. Patricia is the first image you'll see once you click that link. So click vote and you'll have voted for Patricia Kombo in that award. That's Africa Green Award, 40 Green Award. She's the only lady and a land and environmental champion from Kenya and Africa, who is representing us in the entire continent. Thank you very much, Patricia, for that. And we have Kevin Molo, that's PC, Patri. Indeed, the tree is growing. Let me know the process of voting. And the voting, Patricia, if you take this chance just to highlight.
Oh. Okay, for those who are asking on how to vote, there's the link. You'll just click on the link and you just click on the image Patricia Kombo. I'm the first one, I'm the only girl. So you just click and it will show you voted. You can also share, please share with your friends, and also you can vote as many times as you can.
Thank you very much. Some comments that I don't know if our producer will be able to project them. On Facebook, we have VDJ Quincy, KE. Yeah, that's VDJ Quincy representing the nation family. Yeah, the Quincy Republic. And that's time we are on bra na ako church. Asante sana bro for tuning in. Cyrus Omayo Koro. Kwamba say hello to Patricia. Patricia, hello from Cyrus. She was my colleague in the third eye. That, you know, is a very big press hub in Moi University. We support her campaign to the Green Nation. Cyrus Kisii. Asante sana kwa kusikiza ukiwa Kisii. Na Patricia amefurahi sana. She's happy. Yes, thank you very much, Patricia.
Thank you very much, Cyrus.
Yes. And we are Ari Haraka, my co-host last week. Leo tune anasema kuna mishemishe zake hapa Nairobi ama kuna Naivasha, but mali yuko is well tuned, and we have just come. We have my support, Patricia. We shall vote for you. Wash. Oh, you know, great initiative, Patricia from KK, Cedric Ayeka, watching us live from Nairobi, Kangemi. Justina Kageni, great job, Patricia. Keep up. We have Lucy Timbo who is following. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for showing this support during our live show on YouTube and on Facebook. And we have others who are tuned. Alex is saying on YouTube, where is the young champion, Ramina Led? We wish a happy birthday on this month. Hopefully we'll bring on board Her birthday is on the 19th day of this month, and possibly if I'll be the one hosting the show, she'll be. If I'll be the one host for that, we'll bring her on board and we'll sing our alternative voice. How have we performed in regards to the SDGs as a country? How far are we? So as far as land protection and environment, how far are we as a country, and what do we do to surpass that? A question from Hari Arak. Yes, Patricia.
Okay, I can say as a country on attainment of SDGs, I can say we are a bit behind, but I can congratulate two SDGs that as a nation I feel we've worked well. First of all is the education sector, because of the 100 transition policy, and lots of pupils are now transiting from primary to high school, and also for the change of the curriculum into the competency based. That is an echo to the country. At least we are working to attain the SDGs. Another SDG that we can say the country has really done well, it is on the health sector, because we can see we have, with the devolved government now, health has gone back to the counties, and every county has a level 4. And we also have the issues to do with Linda Mama. Now women are safe, they can deliver in the hospitals. We also have the immunization policies. So in matters education and healthy, I can say we've done well. But on climate change, that is the SG13, I can say we have not really got to the standard, because as we all know, our forest cover is still at 7.4, which is way below the desired forest cover by the United Nations. And we've all seen lots of tree felling from the government. For example, the recent one to pave way for the expressway, that is, Waiyaki Way and some parts of the Mombasa Road. We also saw an expose that was done by Citizen TV on the Amboseli farming in Amboseli, where a large chunk of land has been cleared, to pave way for, for farming. And also we've had lots of forest fires recently. We've had the Savo, we've had another one in Makueni, another forest. So in matters climate change, I can say we've not really done well, even despite the launch of the 10% forest cover by the ministry. I feel a lot need to be done. So there are only two sectors which I can say a big echo. And also in terms of emissions, we have not really met the 2%, emissions, because we do not have a solar powered, vehicles. We all using diesel and petrol. And also again, in matters solar, people converting to solar energy, it is not that well. But I can say the president is working, because when he was speaking during the United Nations Day, UN 75, he assured that Kenya is working to the green economy, something which we saw last month. He launched the 1 million kitchen gardens, and at least he's supporting the green economy. So far, so good. We are at least.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Patricia. And if you're joining us live on Facebook and YouTube, you can vote in the link on the screen at the link in our comment section at Alternative is both on Facebook and YouTube. If you can get in on the comment section, our producer. No, if you get the link, then we come back to comments. Yeah, you can click on our comments, and that's where you can vote for Patricia. Simply click, you'll position to the live session for a while. Then again, after that voting process, it's very simple. Click the link, then first follow on that website, the voting page, the landing page where you'll be, after clicking that link, will be Patricia Kombo, the lady Komboni. Yes, hapo kutoka Makueni. Najua sio katonzuri, lakini hapo alipo, she's doing a good job and she's representing the country in the continental platforms. Give her your vote. We trust she'll win this award for African Green, award under 40 home. And so we go to the question asked, what's the end goal of this, Patricia? Unatulazimisha tupande miti ama ni nini una target at the end of it all?
Okay, silazimishi watu kupanda miti, but first of all, what I want people to know is really to know the importance of trees. And when you know why we need trees, people will wake up to grow trees, and we want to change the mindset of the norm. We found people cutting trees. We want to change that mentality for people to realize that the land and the green sector can really give people, you know, a living. And my target is to ensure like all schools and all students are well informed on matters of environmental conservation, because I feel it is one sector that the education curriculum has left out, because we do not have a sector where the kids are taught on environmental conservation. So I want to bridge the gap, and also to connect with the young people, to the youth, and change their mindset towards land, because we all want to rush to the cities to seek white-collar jobs. Little do we know we can really make a living from the green sector. And the end, I want to help Kenya attain the 10% forest cover. And these I cannot do alone. I need you, I need the rest of Kenyans, and also I need the communities to come in and we grow trees, because we do not grow trees for our benefit. We are doing it for the generations to come, because our forefathers did their part. They planted trees, and that's why we are enjoying some of the benefits of the trees that we have. So if we fail to take action now, what a future then will we give to the next generation, our children? So my main aim is to grow as many trees as possible, and not only grow trees, to grow the right trees in the right places, because you can grow tree which will bring damages to the ecosystem. So the main is grow the right tree in the right place, and this can be achieved by knowing your area, the ecological situation of that area, and what kind of tree you're growing, and why are you growing it in that place.
Patricia, you're talking about knowing the exact tree to grow at in which location. And I would like to ask you if you are fighting against the certification and in land, the relation is a great problem in our society, because we find lands lying fallow without being fully utilized. It's because of the poor practices of agriculture that our forefathers and poor land use. So if you are in an environment where you get so much rainfall, what kind of trees or plants do you advocate for? Because if I come from Kisumu and I'm told I should not have eucalyptus or the blue gum next to the rivers, because rivers will dry. Remember, towards the lake basin, we have floods. It's seasonal. So it's something that's seasonal, and we are told not to plant these trees that will really drain our water from the sources. So what kind of trees do you think those who are along these areas and areas that you can suggest can plant? People like Ramina Paule during her birthday, she's expecting to plant over 100 trees after a visit to his children's home. So what a tree do you advocate for?
Okay, first of all, we advocate for the indigenous trees, and there are a lot of species which you can get from the iCraft. And some of the trees that Raima can grow, she can do Griveria. It's good for agroforestry, which can even be grown in the farm. She can grow fruit trees, any kind of fruit trees. She can also grow croton. It is good, and I've realized one benefit of croton, that the seeds can are manufactured to produce alternative, oil. Instead of using paraffin on stove, there is the modernized stove which uses the croton seeds oil made from that. And what we really discourage for conservation, the exotic trees are not that well. As you've said, the eucalyptus is good, but it should not be grown along the waters because it absorbs a lot of water. And water is not something that you can produce. If it becomes scarce, it becomes scarce. And there's trees which people really neglect and they are good for the ecosystem. The acacia family, first of all, they help in attracting bees for the people living in, some like dry areas. They are drought tolerant, and also with the flowers, they'll attract bees. You can do the honey. And also we have bamboo. For the people in the Kisumu, bamboos are good. And for one good thing, this year they were added as a cash crop. So growing bamboo will increase the incomes of people because it is now officially declared as a cash crop, and it's good, and it is good for raising the water table. So for Raima, you can choose from the varieties that I've given.
Thank you very much, Patricia. But some of us, we have a very bad history with bamboo. Having grown in Kisumu and went to a school where bamboo plantation was existing, and we know the effect of bamboo, and now we've just realized that it's been made a cash crop. We could have sold bamboos during.
I know in some school it was used to discipline people because it is hard.
School, actually, Patricia, because it's something that was used in schools, almost all schools in Kisumu, maybe not in Makueni or Ukambani region. I don't in those areas will advise us best. And I would like to ask you this, Patricia. Areas like Budalangi, Kano Plains, that do experience, the Lower Tana, that do experience flooding during certain times of the year, what kind of trees would you recommend that they learn to avoid? Because you've said there's some that do absorb so much water. Someone who is watching this live video in Katonzweni or in the lower delta of Tana River, can think having such trees that absorb can solve their problems? What do you think and propose that the county government should practice, at least few boost that forest cover in the country from 7.4% it is currently to even 11% at the end, as the end goal of whatever thing you've planned for this while?
Okay, for the people in Budalangi, because lots of flooding is as a result of bare land, because a lot of soil is carried to the lakes, to the water bodies, and it causes siltation. So you find the space that is made to hold water has really been reduced because of the soil be deposited in the lakes. So what I can advise for the people, they can go for the indigenous and therefore trees which have a rich root network, because it will help in holding the soil, the soil firm. And majorly we are talking of the indigenous, but also exotics like cypress, casuarina, they can really work for those regions. And because some of these regions you find they are like riparian land, so they should go for trees which will fit the ecosystem, and also that will ensure where the absorption of water is high, so to ensure the humidity is remained, and also to ensure that the place maintains its ecosystem nature.
Thank you very much, Patricia Kombo. And so we are still getting comments and feedback from those watching us live on Facebook and YouTube. And Hari Haraka anasema ya kwamba wapeane miti kama zawadi ya birthday. Anasema kila baada watu wape miti akakilimia ya amebaba kusema sawa sawa. Shak Charles anasema dimples zake zimeweka damu yake. Well done. huyo sijui anatazama yeye, mpenzi mtazamaji. Obai Patrick from Kano, well done Patricia, amazing work, keeping. Thank you very much, bro, for tuning in live on Facebook. And any more over there, we have Grace Mwangi. Wow, if I didn't know bamboo is a cash crop, najua. Just Kombo, bamboo is classified as a grass more than a tree, and now you've seen a cash crop. Thank you very much for tuning live on our YouTube. We have the same just as Kombo, Madam Patricia. Now, if you have planted a tree of life, the moringa tree, which every part is useful, can I get some time to narrate to you about the wonders and plant it more? Yes, we'd like to get it from you. Just as Kombo, live on our YouTube channel. If you can get this link and join us, our producer will definitely bring you in, and we have this conversation for some 2 minutes before the end of this program tonight. We have Jack, anasema, you have taken me far back. I enjoy the memories of scientific names. Unakumbuka nimtia Kaserina gani tena umesikia? Patricia, what's the
scientific?
Which plant do you know its scientific name? I only know of yes, which do you know? Then I come to mind. You know Illifiera indica? Do you know Mangifera indica?
You know, when we were in high school learning the scientific name, at some point we thought it was punishment, and also writing in italics. But later is when you have to really connect, because the trees people will relate with the scientific name. But with iCraft, at least they have made it simpler. They have the scientific name, the English name, and they even have the local, the vernacular. So you can even search a tree in your vernacular, and they will give you its scientific name, its English name, and other languages. So at least I can say iCraft is really helping people to learn some of the tree names, because they have so many, and crazy scientific names. You laugh and laugh.
And you've just failed to give a specific name,
Yeah, like there are these trees which are common in Nairobi. You'll find them along the roads with the green leaves. They are majorly along Mombasa Road, and I was learning about them, and I just realized they are called Nairobi tree. That's their name.
Amazing. Yes, sasa unapata ziko nyingi. Bamboo inaitwa aje scientific name ya bamboo?
Yes, dinajua tu ni bamboo, so because it cuts across.
Bambosa aridophilia. And what's eucalyptus? Scientific name of eucalyptus? Scientific name of eucalyptus?
Wacha nisingoe.
Eucalyptus globulus. Yes, and that's eucalyptus, and you've just encouraged us to see what kind of trees we grow along our water sources and our water bodies. Modhoni Mobutu. Shavin, thank you very much for following this conversation live on Facebook. Joseph Kagunda, kazi nzuri Patricia. Actually, alikuwa na swali kuhusu upanzi wa mti. Napenda sana kufanya kwa nini? Bamboo inaitwa Bambuso dedae. Bambuso dedae. Bambuso ndio scientific name ya bamboo, and we've known bamboo officially a cash crop. So, join us live, gentlemen. Join us on Facebook and on YouTube, and I think that's where we have. Huyo anataka kuchangia ako YouTube, na tungependa hiyo link ikuwe pasted pale YouTube, na ataweza kuipata virahisi, na kwa sababu ya muda we'll have to bring it to a close. Na Grace Mongi anasema this is very informative. The link is pinned on our comment section, and so you can join us. And the main purpose of this live today was to promote Patricia Kombo, who's been nominated the African Green Award, Under 40 Green Award, and representing our country, Kenya, the East Africa community at large, and south of Sahara. She's the only lady in this competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we can give it to her, and we owe her this. Let her bring this award home. You can vote using the link pin on our comment section, and on that link you'll go to the first image, and that's Patricia Kombo for you. Tonight we discussed more 1 million trees and a green planet. You have the responsibility. Take this chance now as a young person. Take this chance as a student. Take this chance as an employer. Take this chance as a priest. Take this chance as a parent. Ensure that we promote that green economy and to make our planet a greener place. We can give trees as birthday presents. We can give trees as wedding presents. We can give trees during funerals, just to signify growth that this person will still have amongst us even after he or she gone. And we have these responsibilities, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that we keep this circle progress. To help Patricia save the world, we have come in that chain, and anyone who's trying to break the chain, the only chain we are trying to break is the chain of COVID-19. And so I would like to get the last words from Patricia Kombo as we bring it to a close tonight. That's at 9 p.m. time. So Patricia, if you have your last words to your viewer tonight, it's been a pleasure having you tonight. Talk to us. At home.
Okay, I would like to answer the question that you asked when we were starting the broadcast, and you asked why I'm keenly following on the US election. And yeah, I'm not political, but I'm a Democrat because America, yeah, I'm supporting Biden because, first of all, Trump, through his interviews, he said he does not support or does not know there's something like climate change. And again, America is the first country to exit from the Paris Agreement. It's the only country that has left the treaty, but Biden says once he's elected, he will make sure that America gets back into the treaty. And again, that majority of people are not aware is that already we have a trade deal on the table with the Ministry of Trade in Kenya, whereby American Chemist Council is really wants us to lift the ban on plastics, so that Kenya can act as an hub for plastic importation. So I'm trying to imagine the way we had the plastics papers, it's like karatasi everywhere and lots of plastics. So the American Chemist Council is really lobbying for us to lift the ban. So I'm really supporting the Democrats so as to ensure they support where they elect a leader who really cares about environment and who is cautious about climate change.
Thank you very much, Patricia Kombo. You've said you are not political, and on that, the maoni ya Patricia Kombo na sio maoni ya the alternatives, and all rest to and it's an honor, Patricia Kombo. Thank you very much for being our guest tonight, and let's continue planting trees and keeping our environment greener. It's to be. I've been host for night. Claire Fasol Watch. Do yourself a good night sleep. Remember to take care, and remember to support teams. Don't do takes. Good night.
Thank you. Have a lovely night and conserve the environment.
Mtaani Quick Auto Spa. We welcome you to Mtaani Quick Auto Spa. Our services include pressure wash, steam wash, snow foam and gentle hand wash, wheel and rim cleaning, tire shine, engine and body wash, vacuum, carpet cleaning, and much more. We apply encapsulation cleaning method to attack all forms of dirt and debris, which guarantee you the best results. We are consistent on quality services at affordable prices. Book an appointment now. You can call, text, DM, or WhatsApp 0710 587 285 and we will come to you. All payments will be via M-Pesa Paybill 7311341. Follow us on our social media platforms at Mtaani Quick Auto Spa. Welcome to Ahava Medical Center. We are located at Konamaji, Manyata, opposite Kisumu Elite Academy, Kisumu County. At Ahava, we offer general and specialist consultations, laboratory services, pharmacy, mother and child clinic. We also offer inpatient and maternity services including Linda Mama, and soon opening up our theater services. We accept NHIF and other insurance companies. Choose Ahava Medical Center as your facility of choice today. Call us on 0714-815-323. Follow us on Facebook at Ahava Medical Center, Kisumu. Ahava Medical Center, healthcare with compassion.